Yeah, it's rewind time.
How did we get here? Well, I have an answer, but that doesn't mean you're gonna like it. Time began in 1955 with the US invasion of Vietnam, but history began in 2010 when YouTube released its first rewind, fittingly named YouTube Rewind 2010, Year in Review. How did YouTube begin this legendary legacy? With a top 10 list. YouTube Rewind 2010 was a top 10 list. They took the most popular videos from 2010 and compiled them into a single 85-second video. Humble beginnings, right? Until you realize YouTube's net worth was $1 billion in 2010. All that money and all they could produce was a compilation of stolen videos. What is this? Watch Mojo? Anyway, this was the first time YouTube did something like this, and you have to remember, YouTube was still considered cool in 2010, and so people liked it. And to be fair, this literally was a YouTube Rewind. I mean, yeah, the double rainbow guy sure did post that in 2010.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I can't wait to see Rewind in 1949, which Geneva Convention article was broken the most. Anyway, the viewers liked it so much that YouTube did the exact same thing 1 year later. Oh, sorry, this one's 140 seconds. That's like 50% bigger than the first one. Notably, they put their $1 billion market value to good use by having Rebecca Black host it.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Black.
Wouldn't you know it, the top video in the Rewind was actually Rebecca Black's own song, Narcissist.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Black.
The only thing they missed in this Rewind was how much people bullied her over this song. Remember that? People were starting riots over this stuff. YouTube didn't give us enough to be mad about back then. And speaking of which, this was the first Rewind to broadcast a revolution.
You know who I would have asked for?
Quit horsing around!
God, no, not yet. 2012 is the year Rewind got good. Too bad it's also the year the world ended. This one's special because it has Gangnam Style. Also, it's not a top 10 reel. You can tell they put their budget to good use this time. They've got crotch shots and everything. Also, the annoying orange. F the annoying orange. But you know what? This was a good Rewind. That's the second non-sarcastic thing I've said this whole time. You'll have to figure out what the first one was. This time, YouTube got real YouTubers to act. You don't count Rebecca Black.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Black.
And important events like the Curiosity rover landing and Minecraft. This is when YouTube Rewind entered its golden age. You can tell these are just silly videos made to connect with the community. YouTube didn't feel like the faceless psychopath it is today, mostly, and had a sort of community to it. These Rewinds are a perfect snapshot of not just the past, but the atmosphere YouTube had back in 2012. That's why people found them special. And they even have a little watch again at the end with a winky face. Well, don't mind if I do, YouTube. That winking face has more personality than anything YouTube's done in the past 5 years. Rewind 2013 started the trend of someone picking up a magical object that starts a new Rewind. Maybe the reason we don't have new Rewinds is because all these things gather dust in Mr. Beast's closet. But yeah, this is also a solid Rewind. This is the one they slapped Rhett and Link's asses in. Unfortunately, it still has annoying orange. This guy has appeared in all Rewinds up to this point. You really think he's that important? PewDiePie also made it into this one. I'm glad they were including smaller creators back then too. I don't have much to say about this one other than that it's a good continuation from the 2012 Rewind. It's like Shrek 2. They shook a lot of ass in these old Rewinds. Too bad this one sucks because it has Jimmy Kimmel. If you want tips for watching this one, skip everything from 049 to 057. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this era of Rewind. I don't know if it's just me, but this Rewind feels a little off. It's not bad or anything, but you can tell it's a little safe and focuses a little more on the celebrity characters than the previous Rewinds. Or maybe I just hate Jimmy Kimmel. 2015 marked the 10-year anniversary of YouTube and a 5-year anniversary since the start of history. This one has a pedophile in it, so we're off to a good start. Again, I don't have much to say. It feels a little more corporate than the past rewinds, but I can't put my finger on it yet. Maybe it's because the songs from this year sucked. The past years had Gangnam Style, What Does the Fox Say? And this rewind has the Whip Nay Nay one. I mean, I can already see the downward progression from here.
Bring it.
You know, people say the world ended in 2012, but I think it might have actually been 2016. 2014 and 2015 were permissible, but this year was the one that people started noticing Rewind was kind of mediocre. Like, some parts of this just feel like corporate slop. They started focusing a lot on celebrity appearances in this one, which is problematic because YouTube isn't made for celebrities. Back off from the camera, James Corden. I want to see, I don't know, Brexit. Or YouTube could broadcast another revolution with that coup in Turkey. Just get those celebrities out here. They don't represent YouTube. They're just financially the safest. And this isn't just a mediocre rewind. It represents an era of decay in YouTube, when metrics became more important than the community. And the brand of YouTube crumbles in this era. And for the first time, I don't think YouTube is considered cool anymore. Oh, I forgot. Who gives a shit? YouTube's worth $80 billion now.
Welcome back to YouTube Rewind.
People did not like YouTube Rewind 2017. 2016 was controversial, but 2017 marked a new milestone for hate. More celebrities, less YouTubers, and less controversy. They didn't even have PewDiePie, the most popular YouTuber on the platform in this one. He had been in every Rewind since 2013. Why not this one?
What a
Oh yeah, if 2016 marked the beginning of decay, 2017 was a complete point of transformation. YouTube dealt with a ton of crap this year that forced them to kind of kill their own culture. You have Elsagate at its height, platform's biggest creator getting into some sticky controversies, and everything else that coalesces into the adpocalypse. From a business perspective, YouTube had to change something, and there's no better way to see this than with the 2017 Rewind. It's safe and sterile, just what YouTube needed, and that's why people hated it. The old Rewinds were not safe. Link shook ass. Now we just have Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
This video is so bad that even the rating on the archive channel is terrible. The archive channel, not the main channel. But it's good that it's also the longest rewind yet. Yeah, the start is already bad. It has a celebrity opening, and whatever, that's tradition at this point. Will Smith introduced Markus Brownlee
And Markus Brownlee.
in the Fortnite Battle Bus, and well, it's history from there. It can't get much worse from here, at least.
guys, let's do the In My Feelings challenge.
Right?
Damn. And this chair is the only representation PewDiePie gets. And then they awkwardly move on to some like sappy shit about people helping their community because it's good PR for YouTube, I guess. Also, who the hell are these people? YouTube Rewind used to have YouTubers that people watch. Like, you can complain about YouTube Rewind 2010 as much as you want, but at least they had the balls to show relevant content from the site. This whole section is just YouTube trying to look like a platform full of angels, but it flops because they do nothing else to support that. But don't worry, they're about to get to the part where they listen to the community. Well, hot diggity, better buckle yourself in.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is about to get a little bit crazy.
Let's give the people what they want.
What? That's it? Those are the comments? At least the Suicide Forest got a cameo.
I think there's someone hanging right there.
The rewind ends with Baby Shark. The world really did end in 2012. What sucks is that there were so many interesting things that happened this year. I mean, PewDiePie vs. T-Series was one of the most hyped events I've ever seen on the internet. You had like Mr. Beast marketing on billboards and crap. The problem is that all the interesting things on YouTube reflect them in a bad light. From the eyes of investors and the media, the only good things about the platform were the boring ones. If you want to see what a good YouTube Rewind could have looked like in 2018, just watch PewDiePie's rendition. PewDiePie's works because he doesn't have the cost of 10 investors shoved in his mouth. But yeah, 2018 was safe, and it was so safe that it actually backfired for YouTube. Yeah, this Rewind was so bad that even the heads of YouTube started sweating, and it became the most disliked video in all of YouTube. And it still is 7 years later. So what do they do in 2019? They can't have anything too interesting because that could be controversial and reflect them poorly. But they can't rely on celebrities and moral parading too much either because then the viewers get upset. Back to their roots, baby! But first, they have a section where they trash YouTube Rewind 2018. Okay, that's kind of funny. But they have the most bitch-ass tone about it. We made something you didn't like, so let's see what you did like. Because you're better than us, than we are. Whatever, dude. And the rest of the video is just what they did in 2010 and 2011.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Black.
They probably thought people like our old rewinds, so let's try one of those. There's nothing as inoffensive as a top 10 list after all. Well, somehow, YouTube messed up this one so much that it somehow did become offensive. You think your Watch Mojo slop farm is worth my time? For shame, YouTube. Only my videos are allowed to waste people's time. But honestly, when I first saw this Rewind, I didn't think it was that bad. It was boring, sure, but it's not like they hadn't done the same thing back in the day. At the very least, they acknowledged their mistakes from the last Rewind. Here's the difference, though. When YouTube started the Rewinds in 2010, they weren't the cultural monolith they later became. It was just a fun idea. What if we took some time to review the past year of our platform? It's a little celebration of everything up to that point. The simplicity of YouTube's early Rewinds worked because YouTube was simple. And as the years progressed, the Rewinds got more elaborate, and they were no longer making highlight reels. Each Rewind became an encapsulation of the platform's community, frozen into a single snapshot. But when you look at Rewind 2019, you can tell YouTube's playing it safe. They don't want to represent the community, they just want to take the route with the least backlash. And ironically, that gave them almost as much backlash as in 2018. And then, nothing. The death of YouTube Rewind doesn't end with a boom. Will Smith doesn't reveal PewDiePie was locked in his cellar this whole time. Egypt doesn't have another revolution. The annoying orange doesn't even come back. YouTube Rewind ends with a pathetic cough. The most risk-averse thing for YouTube to do was not to make an inventive Rewind, nor a top 10 video, nor whatever 2018 was. It's to simply stop making Rewinds. And I think that's the saddest conclusion of them all. YouTube has become so corporate that you can't even make fun of their corporateness anymore, because there's nothing left to make fun of. In fact, YouTube privated all of their old Rewinds this year, burying this part of history for good. What a sad fate. But I'm not done. No. I am not complacent with YouTube's chicanery. The internet deserves a community, a place where people from around the world can feel like they're part of the same story. I believe the people want a platform that cares about them. The people. George Washington. And now, I introduce to you Parkerverse. What the hell is Parkerverse? Is this like a shameless plug? Look! Alright, well, I'll cut to the chase. Parkerverse is not just a platform. It is not just the future. It is the internet in its purest form, and it's named after my own channel, Narcissist. However shameless as this may be, I can assure you that it may be the cure to YouTube's corporate garbage, and not just YouTube, but Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even Reddit. It's not that hard to beat Reddit, I know, but to answer the question everyone is eager to know the answer to, this is Parkerverse, the platform I've been designing in the past 7 months in a cave with a box of scraps, determined to make something that rewards community, not spray it with a hose. If you think that sounds cool, go to parkerverse.net. If you don't think it sounds cool, go to parkerverse.net and tell me why. It's nice how that works out. And don't forget, Like and subscribe so I can be the next president, and I will feature Rebecca Black in Parkerverse Rewind 2032.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Black.